Hey guys, I wanted to explain things in a different way today. This is going to be my iPad for show at the moment. So when we're with a client, but for the people in the office or the people that are part of the company, the people in design, the people in sales, the people in everything in the whole company, the people creating the software behind the company, I want to explain things that I've been trying to explain for many years in a different way today. And take what I'm saying here and apply it to your section in the company, because it's all linked. Everything everyone is doing, no matter what department you work in and what expertise you have, is all part of the same thing. And even subcontractors, it's all part of the same thing, right? So I'm with a client. Let's call her Jan, or whatever her name is, he or she's name is. And we're like, look, Jan, there's something, the world has changed. We used to, if we needed someone to do a repair at our house, we used to call a landline, and sometimes they'd reply, or even before phones, you'd have to go into town, knock on some office, make a booking, and 3 weeks later, someone will come to your house for an emergency. Now we've come to a point where we call someone on the phone and someone comes to your house for an emergency. So things have changed dramatically, right? So there has been a massive change in our industry that, we're leading as a company, and it's something that eventually everyone will catch on to, right? So what am I saying, where am I going with this? So what's the most important thing in the modern world? So is information, right? How to sort information out in a way that is useful. That's what Google is, it's sorting out information. That's what the new AI is, it's sorting out information that's useful. Everything in our lives is about sorting out information in a useful way. Whether you're studying something, whether you're manufacturing glass, you're sorting out information so that it's useful. So in the last few years and months, what I want to sort of show you is things have changed. It's not what things we used to be. So for example, I presume in your mind, you think that there is a company that you're going to hire to, for example, fix your roof, what we're talking about today. And they're going to come and they're going to have a nice website and all these nice people sitting in the office and all these dedicated employees. I'll get back to you why the word dedicated. And you're going to have everything, all these systems put together, and it's going to be perfect for you, and it's going to be very cost effective. And if anything goes wrong, you can call the company and they'll sort it out for you. That model is gone. It doesn't exist. It doesn't exist in Australia. It doesn't exist anywhere. At the moment, everyone's just faking it, pretending that model is still there. So what model? Because the reality of it is, these companies are not run well. They don't have cash flow. They're going bankrupt every week. The staff members within the office, they're struggling to keep the staff members going. People don't want to work in office roles, especially call center roles. The ones that are working there are really in and out of the company every few weeks. So every time you call someone, no one is really helpful. They're struggling with cash flow, and so they're struggling with money. They're not putting any money into the business to make it any better. So you're dealing with a very basic product. They don't have good, the whole system doesn't run very well. The whole company doesn't run very well. And then the brightest minds, the best people are not going into these industries like roofing and plumbing and all that. They're going into other industries. So you're dealing with really the worst of the worst, right? And then to make things worse, the tradesmen themselves, there's a whole crisis. If you talk to every single tradesman, they go, we have an alcohol and drug abuse issue, which a majority of tradesmen are sort of unfortunately going through these problems, right? So then where are we left at? We're left with companies trying to find people that are skilled, which are not around. Once in a while when they do find them, they don't want to be an employee, they want to have their own business, because that's the culture in Australia. Everybody wants to have their own name, their own business. and whether they're working nevertheless themselves, but they don't want to be working under a company. So all the best tradies that are left are not employable. So all these companies cannot find good internal staff, cannot find office staff that are experienced, that don't have good project managers, experience, and the ones that are good want a lot of money, and that cost is passed on to you if they are able to do it. And then the tradies that are good, because majority of them are having a lot of, unfortunately, it's really sad to see that a lot of tradies are having a lot of personal, emotional, drug abuse, all those kind of issues, right? So it's not a system that works. So, after, this many years, and we've got people that have been working for 30 years in the roofing industry and plumbing industry and whatnot, and, after many years, what we have done, we've taken all the information that we know, all the tradies, all the data, everything that we know about this industry, and we've created a model that we feel as though people have no choice but to do, but people haven't really grasped onto it for many reasons. Again, the people with the biggest amount of investment money, all the brightest minds, all the future technology people are not really coming into our industry because it's a very volatile industry. It's not very profitable for the people that are the big businesses that want to come into the industry. But I think we have done it, and this is how we've solved all the issues come together in a perfect way. So for example, if you look at my iPad here, I can see every single roofing company in Melbourne here. There's 400, if I scroll through here, there's about 420 of them. They're all here. Over time, I've got to work with the majority of these people, pick and choose who I can work with, who I can't work with, what companies are good at this. Because each company, each person, because they're not really companies, a lot of these people are just one-man teams, just labeling themselves as a company. So they're not really a company, they don't really have systems, they're just people working, but they have a company name. So, but they're proud of their company name and they want to work under their company name. So of them, I've chosen, and I know who's in which area, what's it. For example, your roof. Your roof needs a repair, it needs a re-roof here, it needs 3 days. So out of all these people, I would say, if you look at all these names, he lives in your area, he's really good at it, and he's available in the next couple of weeks. So I would choose him, right? So if you have a company come to your house, are they going to be able to do what I've just said? They're not choosing from thousands of good people. They're only choosing from the few staff they have, right? First of all, and again, those staff are not really their ideal choices. They're just people that have whoever said yes, they're like, yep, come in and work here, because that's what the industry's become. In reality, if you go into it, that's what it has become, right? There's no real quality, and there's no real pick and choose. There's that option. There's not enough skilled labor, and the ones that are skilled are not really working. So that's what a normal company would have done. And if their guys get sick and your roof is halfway done, your roof will be open for a couple of days because they're trying to catch up because there's not enough people. So how do we solve all these issues? Is he's going to be your best guy, as far as I can tell. Because he works for us, he's going to give us a great price. With our company that looks after it, the whole job, the warranties, me, the responsibility for the whole job, the whole thing is warranted, and will still be better than what the market price is, because we're so well put together as an organization, we're so efficient. And we've got so much data, so much experience that we've made our roofing jobs just run a lot more smoother, faster, better, and smarter. Because of data, because of knowledge, because we've got experience of thousands and thousands of jobs, while most other companies have experience of only a few hundred jobs. And are they collecting their data? Are they improving their systems? Probably not. Like every section of our company, including compliance certs, our procedure sheets, our occupational health and safety, that gets fixed up every day, every week. So I feel as though this is the revolution. This is what people are going to be doing, and but we're here in front of you now, and we've done it. So what can we do? How do we solve all these massive issues? Which is, I'm going to get Jim to do your job. If something happens to Jim, he gets sick, or halfway through the job something happens, I've got 7 other names that will help me out, because they know who we are. We give them lots of work. They have goodwill with us, which you will benefit from as a client, because I can pick from anybody that will step in and help us out. So the tradies are happy because they're living their best life. You're getting everything. You won't even know that we've spent millions and hundreds of dollars, millions of dollars, tens of thousands of hours to make a perfect system. You'll just get this beautiful, nice roof. And what's the point of working through us is because we've got all the data, we've got all the knowledge, we've got all the systems. You've got me, who's giving you the advice on how to fix this roof, and the roof is almost a different issue altogether. So, fair enough, I can give you advice on roof, but what have we got behind all of this? That's what matters. You know? So, if you were to say, well, I'm going to cut you guys out, and I'm going to go straight to the trading. Let's try that, for example. You know, you first of all have to find them, their dates, do they work well with you? If you have a dispute, who's going to solve it with you? I know they're going to work well with us because they've worked with us many times. So they like us, they work well with us. So we've solved, again, all the hundreds of issues that you may not be aware of, we've solved. So, and again, if you go direct with them, I don't think they're even going to give you a better price because they're going to charge extra because you're going direct to client. They give us a discount because we don't use all their time of admin and quoting and everything. We do all of that stuff. So why go with us? Because say you get one of the tradies and they're in 3 months or 6 months time you need a warranty and they're on holiday or they're sick or whatever it is. The advantage of going through us is we're always around. Like we're never sick. Like if one of the tradies is not there, we'll just get another one on site. So again, we're just using what is realistic in the world to get a good product to the client. And why am I here today? My job is to make sure that the assessment is perfect according to my experience, all the laws, and then from there, giving you options that you are happy with the budgets, the type, the color, all that kind of stuff. So I feel as though we are presenting the perfect system. Can anybody compare to us in any single way, from the call center to the warranties, to the project management, to the data knowledge, to the future? When you need us in the future, we will be around. Can anybody compare to us? I'm not sure if they can. And I haven't seen anybody that will come close to what we're able to do. So I guess, do you have any questions, or does that make sense? Like, if you look at what's happened in the world of taxis, there was taxis and then it went to Uber. Uber is just an information using technology is to spread information in a way that makes things more efficient. And it's not using taxi drivers, but using the masses. Exactly what we're doing, right? We're not using just one set of employees. We're using the whole society and making sure that we've got the best person for you suitable for that job. Because remember, when you call a plumbing company or a roofing company or any kind of trades company, they're just inclined to say yes because they want to earn money from the advertising dollars. So they may not be suitable for that job, they may not be experts in re-roofs, but they're going to take on the job anyway and sort of do a job that they're not an expert with because they want to be profitable. They have a different incentive scheme. Ours is not that. Ours is, let's find who in the whole of Melbourne is going to be the perfect person for you. And through all my experience I know who they are. All right? And you can say, okay, well, I'm going to cut me out, I'm going to go straight to Jim and do it myself. And the deal that Jim makes with you, how easy he's to do with you, when he's going to do the job, and all that kind of stuff, you're going to have to try to figure that out yourself. Will it work out as well as he does with me? Probably not, because he's got a working relationship with me. He knows how to work with me. We know how to plan the job as well in the most efficient way together to get the job done within a price. So our prices will be better than if you went direct to them anyway. So I guess the whole premise of everything I'm saying is what we thought in the past is no longer true. We thought that, if we choose a company that's very reputable, everything inside the company is so perfect. They've got the perfect staff, they've got the perfect loyal team, everyone's great, but none of that's true. Staff are moving every week from one job to the other, no one's trained well, the project managers are, job hunting all the time, and you never get an expert, and the guys that are working, the best of the best, unfortunately, are not there. The people coming through the door are just the ones that the company's just said, yes, we've got no one, so just work with us, please. You know what I mean? So you're not really getting the good deal. You're just getting a nice shiny image, but who's at your house doing the roof? Are they registered? Are they legally even allowed to be on your roof? Probably not, in my experience. And you can ask yourself, if they come to your house, show me your certification, show me your government IDs, if you're allowed to be working here, and most of them will not be able to do that for you, unfortunately. But our guys will, we've already vetted through that, we've gone through all that stuff. So, so again, my job here is to come and assess the roof, give you some good advice, but who's going to do it? That's what matters, not just the image that we have. So I hope that gave you a bit of an idea of where things are going, as a society and where we've taken it. And, do you have any questions around that, any thoughts around that? Did it make sense? Do you have any queries? Like, all I'm trying to say to you is, no matter how you look at it, your job is to somehow get the job done with the best roofer possible that's actually doing it. If there's any problems, the company will come through for you. Are they warranted? Are they licensed? Do they have government certifications? Can they do a certificate at the end, which is required by law, that covers your insurance and warranties at the end of it? Can they actually do all that stuff? And all the other, things that you may not be aware of throughout the job, that, exclusions, did they include this, did they not include that, how good their advice was, all that kind of stuff. Is that gonna, how are you going to do that? So we've created a system. You don't have to trust me. You just have to look at our system and know that, well, this system is obviously going to be better. We're choosing from 4,000 to 7,000 tradesmen for your house versus a company who's choosing from whoever's come through their door and wants to work there. And culturally speaking, in Australia, the best of the best tradies always just want to work under their own banner, under their own name. So either way, they're working physically on your roof, whether they're working as an employee or whether they're working under their banner, but they're still working. But they don't want to be working under their as an employee. They want to work under their banner. So that's one of the things. And if we've done many things that's made impossible. We've improved the market more than people can realize. So a lot of these one-man teams can't do big jobs. And then the market, people like yourself, are looking to get re-roofs and big roofs and commercial roofs done. And because we've brought them together as a big family, we're able to say, well, there's 7 different companies here. They've all got one person working in each one. We bring them all together, put an experienced foreman in, and we get these really large jobs done. These jobs that would have never been completed or been done at a reasonable price, we're able to do. That's, correlating data, correlating information, correlating all these things, and making things work in a much more efficient and what they call in a decentralized way. So yes, we've taken a lot of complex concepts and applied it to things, but at the end of the day, it's what works. If you look in Australia, and a lot of businesses and builders are going bankrupt, and all these problems are happening, and why is all this stuff happening? It's because they're not doing the world has changed. The world's moved on and left everyone behind, and people, consumers that are not in this industry, are not aware of what's really happened. Companies are still trying to do what worked 5 years ago, and they're not doing, so what's one solution to make sure all builders don't go bankrupt is they get third-party testing. So after the job or that stage of the job is done, they need to get someone to come and inspect the work. So at the moment, that's not happening, right? Or the person that's the foreman is not inspecting it. And all these buildings are being defected at the end, and the builder has to spend money that they don't have to go and repair it, and then they're going bankrupt. So again, we do all the third-party testing on all our jobs at the end to make sure everybody is perfectly done. So just like you have a pharmaceutical tablet, you take a tablet, it gets tested by another third-party company, come and test it in. Every roof that's worth or risky jobs are always checked by another third person to make sure it's being done as per the scope of works, as per the laws, as per, nothing's been missed. Everybody's kept accountable. We are, the people doing the work are kept accountable. So, that's pretty much my idea of things at the moment. So, again, if I can recap, so we've got, all these names, of every single roofer, every single company. We know who's going to be suitable, because you're not only looking for, who's the perfect company, but can they do it within your timeline? And if you have a dispute, who are you going to sort it out with? Are they being held to any standards? All these things are not going to happen when you work through us. they have a working relationship with us. They may have a dispute with you, but when they talk to us, it's a different. They have a relationship with us. It's a different way they're going to talk to us and deal with us, and we know how to deal with them because we know how to communicate in a way that they want. That they're more willing to be cooperative, and it's just a win-win for everyone. Everybody out there, all the tradies are happy, working under their banner. You're getting the perfect roof done, and we've got a product for the first time where consumers can actually be confident that the job gets done. If you see in the industry right now, no one's got confidence of handing over this much money to anybody because who knows if they're going to go bankrupt, right? So the system itself is designed that none of this stuff happens. Our cash flow, our payments, our in-house, our everything, even the amount of money that we are owed, because the system itself is so quick turning, like you pay us, we get the job done straight away, the subcontractors get paid straight away, everyone's happy, and there's no withholding of payments where people start losing cash flow like it's happening in the building industry and all the other industries. So, and our claim to fame is just, we've taken all that data, and our processes, our systems, our OHS is so perfectly put together. Our cultures, our systems, the way we work together is just so well put together, of so many different minds coming together and working as one cohesive team to make the perfect product. Where culturally speaking, the subcontractors know what needs to be done, how to work with the centralized idea. The people that are on field like me know exactly what the goal is. The people in the office know exactly what the goal is. The technology is helping us support all of this. So, we have quite a few things that is unheard of, and the simple solutions, like every dispute is always a communication error. So when we do a job with you, if you look at our chat system, we'll actually add you into the chat. So you'll be involved. You'll be talking to the project manager, the plumbers, the roofers, everybody, and you can see the whole process play out of the whole thing. And you can say, well, I was thinking last night, I don't really like this color. Is it too late to change the color? And everybody's involved in that job. So it's not like you're being pushed back and saying, hey, let us handle it. You're involved, you're talking to us, you're communicating, you're telling us what you like, what you don't like, what dates you can't do. Say, hey, tomorrow, do I need to move my car before the guys come? Hey, last night I came, but I expected this, but it doesn't look that good. Can I talk to someone about changing some amendments, And everybody's communicating in a way that everyone's on the same page. Total transparency, we're not hiding anything. Because where does all the bad things happen in the world, in politics, in life, in everything, is all people are hiding stuff. We don't hide anything. You can see from beginning to end everything that we're doing, and exactly what you're paying for, the labor hours, what material, what the costings are, everything you need to know is all there. So, I feel as though, why are we sort of acting in this way that's very different is because it doesn't matter how we, what has been done or how people do their businesses. If we can give you a product that's the ideal product with the ideal outcome, and everyone's happy and meets your warranty needs, your cash flow needs, your costing needs, everything's perfect, then there's no one to compare with us really. Why would you do and go anywhere else? All right, cool. Thank you for your time.